Welcome to Tiki Central, Canada. Ever wonder what's in that cool, refreshing drink that you just have to have on that hot summer's day? Me too. Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He has left society. He has entered Tiki Central with palm trees, beach sand, blue skies, and God, get me a drink now. Here are your hosts, Craig and Cam, and their wacky views in drinks, life, and maybe information. Hey folks, and how we doing today? Hey, this is Tiki Central Canada, and I am Craig. I am your bartender, mixologist, and information for the hour, or at least I hope so anyways. We'll see. And so I want to introduce, Cam is not here. I know, he's still looking for the perfect picture. He's working on it. So actually, I do have a new co-host today, and that's Paola Vettori. Say, Paula, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So explain a little bit about who you are and what you do, because you're in radio as well, right?
Yes. I'm from Brazil originally. In Brazil, I was a radio personality. And then when I decided to move to Canada, I went to Algonquin to refresh, let's put it that way, my skills and do it in English because it's my first time actually doing radio in English in my life. So yeah, now I'm in my last year, intern. I'm an intern at a radio station in Brockville, and now I'm your co-host.
There we go. Awesome. And also, too, we also have a guest today, Mark Keill, who also is in radio as well, CKCU, and also a big-time tiki bar expert. And he says that he's not, but I'm sorry, Mark, 60 bars is an expert, okay?
Yeah, we've had fun the past few years.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So what radio station you work for? You work for CKCU, right?
CKCU.
And what's the show called again?
My show is called Infinite Ceiling, Thursdays 8:30 till 10.
All right, way to plug it. There you go. All right. So I also want to introduce, I want to announce our winner for the February contest that we had online, and that was Heidi Pawluk. And she's actually going to be getting a $25 Visa gift card from Tiki Central Canada. And also, too, we're going to be doing a contest in April. So April 1st, starting from there to the end of April, we'll have another contest. And all you got to do is basically go into Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook and either retweet us, follow our page, like us, whatever it is in multimedia. I'm not the coordinator. I don't do any of this stuff. But yeah, any way you can do it that gets you into the contest.
I want to know something, though.
What's that?
What are we going to be talking about today? What is the drink today?
So the drink today that we're having, and we're actually enjoying quite well, actually, Mark might agree on this one, is the Jungle Bird. And the reason why I actually picked the Jungle Bird is because when me and Mark had our conversation at the bar, his wife kept on saying Jungle Bird, Jungle Bird, Jungle Bird. And I don't know if it's because she liked it. I thought maybe it was one of her favorites, but it definitely was repeated throughout the conversation. So I figured, why not? Let's do the Jungle Bird.
And is there like a reasoning, or how did it start, or something of the sorts?
Right. So the origin to this drink actually it started in Malaysia in 1973, and it was created by the Avery Bar in Kahlua. Is that Kahlua?
Kuala Lumpur.
See, this is why I have a co-host. See, that's why, yeah, exactly. So if I mispronounce something, they're there to correct me. That's usually Cam's job. So, hey, just let you know, Paula, that's Cam's job to correct me. So feel free to fill in there.
Okay.
By Jeffery Ong. And because it was not embraced by the tiki bars until actually the 21st century, when actually all the mixologists decided that this is a great drink to kind of play with.
Why did they decide that, though?
Because actually it's an easy drink to, it's got some basic components and it's well balanced. And Mark will actually compare for this one, right, Mark? It's kind of bitter, sweet, rum. It's got like the complete package, right? In some ways, right?
Yeah, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. So it has the bitterness of the Campari. And yeah, it's a very balanced drink.
Yeah, so mixologists are seeing that as a challenge to play with it and make some new infusions of it, and so that's why exactly it happened. And the funny thing I want to talk about here is that, so I sent off Mark the script about 2 weeks ago for the Jungle Bird, and so he sends me back an email, goes, Craig, well, is this a tribute show? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he sends back, he goes, well, the creator actually just died on February 26th. And I'm like, no way.
The Jeffery Ong guy?
Kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah, he was 71 years old. Now, here's the sad thing. He actually was not recognized as the creator of this drink, and not until just last year. So, at 70 years old, he finally gets the recognition for this drink. Isn't that? Oh my God.
And then dies the year later.
And then dies a year later. It's almost like, hey, wow, I've been recognized. My life is complete.
Yes.
I can go now.
Poor thing. Oh.
Well, so I got to, so here's a little fun spin. So someone asked me, Craig, what age do you want to live to? You know, we all get that question, right? I said the Smucker's jar, and they looked at me like, "What do you mean by the Smucker's jar?" And I said, "Well, if you ever watch, because I actually used to live in the States, and if you ever watch the Today Show on NBC, what happens is that there's this episode, a segment of the show is called the Smucker's Jar birthday segment, and you have to crack 100 to get onto the Smucker's jar. So I say to them, I want to be Smucker's Jar old. So then I get on the Smucker's Jar, I get on the Today Show, my name gets put on TV publicly on NBC. Life is complete. I'm done."
So
and then die the day after.
That's your goal.
That's my goal.
Okay.
I know it's a sad goal, but hey, it's it's something. It's doable. I mean, I don't know.
Some people would say, I want to see my grandkids graduate and get married or blah blah blah. No.
The Smucker's jar.
Yeah.
I'm good with the Smucker's jar.
Paula, what age do you want to go at? I'm just kind of curious.
I don't want to go.
Oh, well, you have to eventually. Hello.
Who knows? We don't know technology or
Are you saying there's
genetics.
going to be some fancy elixir being created in the next few years that we're all going to drink and live forever?
I don't know, but maybe someone could freeze me and then
Bring you back?
Bring me
like
back.
Like Austin Powers?
Yeah. Well, if you want to go to the Smucker's jars, why can't I be Austin Powers?
I guess you could be Austin Powers. There you go. That's it. And fight off Dr. Evil there in the 25th century there. Yeah, we go.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Can we go back to the past? I think I would prefer it.
Yeah, I know. I always, it's funny because we always talk about this too, like some of my friends, and said, you know what? I think I was born in the wrong time.
I would
love to have been born I know it sounds silly because all the technology we have today, but you know what? I love the simple life. And Tiki actually, in Mark and Valfis, it is about simple life, right? Yep. Get away from all the technology, get away from all the hustle and bustle of regular day life. And I think that's why I also love Tiki. So if I was going to be born, I would actually rather be born a little further back, maybe in the 50s, maybe even the 40s. Because that's when the cool things happened, like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's when all the really cool stuff happened.
Agreed. But it's fantastic. Anyhow.
Anyway, so let's go back to the show. This is how it works. I say something, Cam says something, and we go off script, and then we go back to it afterwards. Here we go. So like we talked about, the mixologists actually love this drink because they can manipulate it, they can change it, they can make new versions of it. But also, too, the original recipe actually was reproduced by Jeff Beach Bomberry. And, of course, me and Mark love Beach Bomberry. He's one of the reasons why we got into Tiki in the first place. Right, Mark?
Indeed.
Yes, for sure. And actually, when he made this version of this drink, he actually added 4 ounces of pineapple juice. And we'll go through the recipe in a second here. But he actually did only 4. So he did 4 ounces of pineapple juice, where the original recipe was a little more toned down in the pineapple juice. It was a little more potent, which is the way that Mark likes it, by the way. So anyway, despite this imbalance, the drink actually gained some traction during 2010, particularly in New York. So the likes of Giuseppe Gonzalez, I think I said that right.
Giuseppe Gonzalez.
There we go. See, I was correct that time. All right. The co-founder, actually, the Painkiller, or which is known as the PKNY, which actually doesn't exist anymore, by the way. I don't think it's there anymore. So Gonzalez actually lowered the pineapple juice to 1.5 ounces because he wanted to be more potent. He thought, I want to taste the alcohol. I want to taste the rum. It's a dark Jamaican rum. I want to taste it. I don't want to be hidden behind all kinds of juices. And so he brought it to the forefront.
Or he wanted to make girls pass out quicker.
That's it. Exactly. Here, drink this and knock them out. Exactly. Yeah. I guess so, eh?
They were talking too much.
Oh, wait. Yeah. So it slows them down. Is that what it is too? Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, she's chatty Cathy over here. Quick, get her a drink. Here we go. It's like... So anyways, from Smuggler's Cove, Martin Kate version, actually, he raised the pineapple juice back to just 2 ounces. So a half an ounce of pineapple juice. He added to it because he thought it would be a little more tropical that way.
So in the end of the day, what is this drink?
What is this drink we're drinking right now?
Yes, because it's actually good. I wasn't expecting that.
And you actually just said to me when we tried the drink downstairs that you're not into bitter.
I don't drink.
Yeah. And she's on a cocktail show.
But I'm actually enjoying it. That's the worst part. And worse, I hate pineapple, and I don't feel pineapple at all in there.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's funny. So another story, actually, is that I have actually made lots of gin drinks in the past for my guests who come to the Tiki Bar. And they're like, oh, I hate gin. I'm like, well, guess what? You're drinking it right now. No way.
Yeah. Well, you're a really good drink maker, bartender, or whatever.
Wow. Now she's just brown nosing now.
I don't even know what that means. What is that?
What brown nosing is?
Yeah, is that a slang?
It means you're sucking up to somebody, you know?
I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. I kid you not. I never drink alcohol.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I have people that can vouch for me for that.
I know.
And I actually like your drink.
There we go. Hey, I'm honored. Jeez, that's awesome, man.
Okay, but please carry on.
Okay, so we're going to give you several recipes about this. And one of the recipes we're going to give you is the Jeff Beach Bum Berry. Do that like radio voice, right, Mark? Jeff Beach Bum Berry.
The CBC voice.
That's right. Welcome to the CBC. What's the BBC voice?
The same thing with an accent.
Oh, okay.
Best answer ever.
I like it. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's go through the Jeff Beach Bum Berry recipe. And that's 3/4 of an ounce of Campari, 1.5 ounces of dark Jamaican rum, and that could be Myers or Appleton. Now, me and Mark talked about this. He says more Myers. There is also an Appleton. It's not dark rum, I guess. The Appleton, it's more of a mixed blend, I guess, right, Mark?
Yeah, well, the 12 year is a lot darker than the regular stuff.
Right.
And so
it's harder to find, though, right?
Yeah, it's also more expensive.
Yeah. So the Myers probably, if you're going to be going for a budget, try to go through the Myers then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Actually, we put Appleton in this one that we're in right now, so that's kind of cool. 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and for people who don't know what simple syrup is, i.e. Paula,
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm actually...
do you know what simple syrup means?
I went to Le Cordon Bleu for baking
Oh, okay.
and pastry arts. I definitely know simple
Now I
syrup.
feel like an idiot now. Okay. Okay, so for people other than us, it's 1-to-1 ratio of water and water and sugar put together. That's what simple syrup is. Okay, and then 4 ounces of pineapple juice. That is the Jeff Beach Bum Berry one, the 4 ounces of pineapple. Now, the other recipe that I want to give you actually is the Smuggler's Cove one. Now, that one's a little different. It's going to be 3/4 of an ounce of Campari, 1.5 ounces of that dark Jamaican rum we talked about, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of the simple syrup. Yes, we talked about that one. And then reduced it down to 2 ounces of pineapple juice. So that's a little different than the other one. It's a little less pineapple juice, a little more potent.
Which one did you make for us?
This one is actually the 4 ounce pineapple juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Jeff Bombardi?
Jeff Berry, yes.
Sorry.
Bombardi. Yeah. I love it. It's Jeff Beach Bum Berry.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
You need the quotes, right?
Hey, I love it. So we're on radio, and Mark's doing quotations of Beach Bum, just so you guys know what's going on there. So there you go. My God.
I actually have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Do you ever, or do they, garnish this drink at all?
Yeah, so just like in Tiki Land, we talked about for a lot of drinks, there is some significant garnish to this. And what it actually is, an orchid. Now, I know we live in Canada, the frozen wasteland, for 6 months of the year, so it might be a little difficult to do that. But in the summertime, when you are making these drinks for your friends and family, you probably can find orchids at the superstore or any grocery store in general. A mint sprig, lemon wheel, and a cherry.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Will these garnishes actually change the taste of the drink, or is it just for beauty?
Good call. Mark, you want to ring in on this one?
It depends on what it is.
Because, for example, an orchid, I'm pretty sure it does have
Yes, absolutely.
taste.
When you bring, actually, it's going to be through the nose. When you bring a drink up to drink it, you're going to be breathing in all the different aromas, and so it will change the taste and the flavor of the drink.
Ooh, so in the end of the day, what we're trying right now is still lacking a little bit because we didn't have the garnishes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, good point, Mark. There's a lot of drinks, especially in the tiki world, where actually the smell is just as important as the taste and the look of the drink, correct? Right? There's certain things, like I make one at work there, it's got basil on the top of it. So when you bring it to your nose, you smell the basil.
Oh, the smell of basil is amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's addictive.
It's amazing. I actually have a little indoor garden at my house.
Ah.
I love my basil.
There's no orchids there, I take it, though.
No orchids, but I do have mint. Tons of mint.
There you go. Lots of mint. All right. She's going to be making a lot of mojitos this summer.
You wish.
Not at my bar. It's like...
I'll give you the mint. Don't worry.
Oh, there we go.
So tell me, Craig,
Yes.
how did you get this recipe?
Okay, so the recipe is the Jeff Beach Bum Berry recipe.
There's that name.
Again, here we go. And actually what it is, he actually found the recipe in a dusty paperbacks in a thrift store in the mid-90s. And it was a 1980 paperback called The New American Bartender's Guide by John J. Poyster.
Good job.
Hey, I know I fumbled through that one. There we go.
And that one was in your language.
That's right. I know. And the thing is, unfortunately, this is not in my library of books because I am not allowed to buy any more books this year because I have books apparently that I haven't cracked yet.
Busted.
I know. Amazon is just way too easy to go buy now, buy now, buy now.
You do realize that's exactly what they want you to do, right?
I know. And then, of course, I'll just download the sample. And the sample only gives you one chapter. So basically, you get into the book and you're like, I got to know how it ends. Even though it's a research book. I want to know how that Heidel gets to where it's got to go.
You're thinking he's talking about like Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
No, this is Tiki drinks. I want to know how Don the Beachcomber made it to the end. That's what I want to know.
So are you going to talk to Mark or not?
Okay, so actually, Mark has traveled a lot of North America. Yeah, because he's been like silent partner this entire time.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
No, this is good.
For your folks, he's just using sign language. There we go. Market radio. So he's traveled through North America and been to a lot of tiki bars. Like I said, I think if anything, he's more of an expert than I am when it comes to tiki bars. So why don't we ask Mark some questions and plug his brain and see what we can find?
I have a question, Mark.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So far, from all the, 60?
Well, 60 places. That includes motels, stores.
Wait, motels?
Oh, yeah. There's a number of...
Tiki motels?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Really?
my God.
Well, in Palm Springs, there's a place there called the Caliente, and they actually have an annual event there called the Caliente. And there's huge tiki carvings on each block.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like the Tahiti area. That's the Fiji area. This is Tuvalu
Wow.
area. Oh, yeah. And then they have tikis all around the pool. They have their own tiki bar. They have...
Okay, so there's more than just tiki bars involved now.
Okay. So out of all of the
Yeah.
Places.
all of your tiki experiences,
Yeah, exactly.
which one was your favorite so far?
Well, we started our little journeys there about 3-4 years ago, and we ended up going through Florida, and eventually we ended up at this place in Fort Lauderdale called the Maikai. It was established in 1956. They got waiters, they got bartenders from one of the major bars in Chicago who knew all the glasses and everything, and it's absolutely fabulous. It covers it's more than an acre. It's got gardens, it's got streams, it's got amazing tikis that have been there forever. A couple of them have fallen over because they're so old. Well, it was established in 1956, so it's 63. How's my math? Math is hard.
Comes with age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
The drinks are absolutely fabulous. The bar, the Molokai bar, is modeled after the Marlon Brando Mutiny on the Bounty movie. They have the full Polynesian show with authentic dancers, with authentic songs. They have hundreds of lights, like original tiki lights with the cloth over the top of them. Carvings absolutely everywhere.
So you should probably go do a weekend out of this.
Oh, absolutely.
This is not like
At
an
least.
hour-long visit.
Yeah.
This is...
And the food is fabulous. They use the same thing as the Trader Vic's, the Chinese ovens, where it's convection smoke and this kind of stuff. Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Now, didn't you say, too, also the drinks are like the Don the Beachcomber where there's a little window
yeah.
where the drinks come out?
All the drinks are secret recipes, every one of them. So the drinks just magically appear in this little Lazy Susan, and the waitress brings it to you. They have the mystery bowl, which was, if you're really old like me, which was actually...
Like how he dated himself there.
Yeah, it was actually on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Every once in a while he'd bring the mystery girl out.
I remember, yeah.
And so that kind of stuff. Like, it's really cool about the place is like they've moved it over the years. And in the store area, there used to be a room which was the Thailand room.
Ooh.
And so it's all gorgeous construction and carpentry all the way through. But it went over that way, and that's now where the women's bathroom is.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
and it's got the most gorgeous women's bathroom in the entire world.
Wait.
I like that.
Okay, wait. I have to ask, how do you know that?
Stories.
Okay.
He has a wife, dummy.
I just want to make sure he's not creeping somebody out. That's all.
Look at him. Does he look like a woman's bathroom creeper for you?
Trench coat, Could make a world difference. You know what I mean?
No. His wife probably went in there and
There
made
we
a little
go.
video and took some pictures and
there you go.
showed him.
Integrity. Once you learn to fake that, you got it made, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Don't
my God.
spoil it like that. Come
Come on.
on.
I had to throw that in there. It was a good joke. Come on.
Anyway, so that's the bar that absolutely hooked us, because we went to Disney after that, then Trader Vic's after that, and we just said we had to get more of this. And then over the past year, we've been to the Pacific Northwest and the Pacific Southwest, or SoCal.
Who's doing all that driving when you guys are doing all the drinking?
Me.
No. Explain. Mark,
That's right.
explain.
We always plan, or one location is very close to where we're drinking.
So
Okay.
the hotel is a crawl away from the bar.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because
I wish that my girlfriend worked that way.
he's talking about the whole, road trip here, road trip there, and it's all like drinking road trips. Like, who's doing the driving?
That's right.
Oh, I know. Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem in LA, by the way.
For all you LA listeners out there, I do apologize in advance.
Or they're just loving it because they're like, yeah, man,
That's right.
that's us right here.
That's our party right on. Here we go. Oh my
By
God.
the way, same in Brazil. Same thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Any 50 will get you so long, so far, you have no idea.
Oh my God. So Brazil, I have to ask a question. So what is the drink in Brazil?
Caipirinha.
Oh, okay. You got to show me how to make one of those. I tried making one time. It's with kasha, right?
Cachaça.
Cachaça. So yeah.
Cachaça.
See there, I mispronounced it again. That's why you're on the show. No, because actually I went to a resort. This is a couple years ago, and a guy ordered it from the bar, and I'm like, "What is in that?" And he goes, "Oh no, it's like our nation drink." So I came home and I bought a bottle of it, and I actually had a cocktail tasting party, and I made it, and everyone was like, "Oh my." I must have made it wrong because no one could drink it.
Yeah, you probably made it wrong because I actually have a couple Brazilian friends here. Since I'm not a big drinker, but
Yes.
I have a couple Brazilian friends here that we all bring cachaça home when we go to Brazil. And she makes wonderful caipirinhas. She did it for my birthday for every guest
I
that
need
was
to learn
the Canadian
this.
guest. I can definitely hook you up with her
right.
in that sense, and she'll teach you how to make the caipirinhas with the lime one. That's
That's the normal one, yeah.
traditional, and
Yeah.
then she does like all
my
kinds
God.
with
Okay.
every single fruit you can imagine.
I see another guest speaker coming on here somewhere.
She has to learn better English.
Oh no, okay. Well, we can translate.
Yeah.
It's like.
I'm here for that.
By the way, if you're not quite sure what that spirit is, folks, and I've had it on the show before, what it is actually is the sugarcane juice.
Yes.
So rum is a byproduct of when you crush the sugarcane, it makes it molasses. Cachaça.
Cachaça.
I'm never gonna pronounce it correctly.
Don't
I'm not
worry.
Brazilian.
Don't worry.
Anyways, that is the juice from the sugarcane. So it's like kind of like rum's brother.
It's super strong.
Yeah.
But you can also make caipirinha with vodka. It doesn't have to specifically be cachaça.
Right. Yeah. But because as soon as you said that drink, I remembered a guy saying.
And
it.
by the way, there's an easier word for the word cachaça. You can just call it pinga.
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 See, I'm not Brazilian.
It's
See,
the
this
same
is why
thing.
I should understand it.
I've never heard that before.
Exactly. There you
Pinga.
go.
Pinga is cachaça.
That's
Pinga.
why we're here.
That's why we're here. We're learning all this. I'm learning something new too. There we go.
Who in the world thought I would be teaching someone about alcohol? But anyways, of all people.
There we go. Oh my God.
Okay, carrying on with Mark.
Yes. So what exactly got you into Tiki? Like what started that desire to get into Tiki and learn more about Tiki?
Well, once again, it was Beach Bomberry, and we were in this little Italian restaurant that had this ancient menu on it. It had a zombie recipe, and I said, I wonder what's in the original zombie. And it started a quest that got the book, got the resources, and it took me 6 to 8 months to actually get all the ingredients required. I think it's 13 ingredients in a zombie.
Yes, yes.
And finally have one. Of course, it's fabulous when you finally get everything. Of course, it's like the quest is the quest. And so after that, it was like, we got to do more of this. Then we hit the Maikai, and we were just so hooked.
Yeah, that's one of the things I want to emphasize, and we've emphasized on the show before. Some of these drinks, and if you notice, most of the drinks I'm giving you guys on the show are not too complex. Like I try to make it so the drinks that you are able to make in Canada with the resources you have around you. I try not to go too exotic on some of the drinks because I know that some of these ingredients are not possible for somebody. So I don't want them to obviously get frustrated and not be able to do some of these drinks. And like you said, it's research trying to find out where these drinks are, like where the ingredients are. So like my bitters, I finally found a small little store in the Byward Market that sells all the bitters. But it took me like about a year to finally find this place. A coffee shop down near my house here that actually has all the like the creme, the orgeats and the cream de coconuts and all that stuff and the lavenders. And so it does take some time to find some of these ingredients. But if you're determined, it's worth it, right?
Oh, absolutely. When you can get the proper ingredient for the proper cocktail, it's amazing.
And with all that travel, what is your favorite tiki drink so far?
Tiki drinks. At the Mai Kai, it's the...
So you have one favorite drink for each place?
Well, you can't just have one.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Sorry, yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean,
no,
It's not
I'm new
like
to this
Coke or
too.
Pepsi. Okay.
I know, I see. It's like, yeah.
yeah. So if I go to the Mai Kai, the first drink I have there is the Black Magic.
Okay.
If we ever go back to the Tonga Hut in Palm Springs, it's going to be Kraken the Dole Whip.
Kraken.
Ooh.
Yeah. And once again, if we ever go back to LA, and if we do, we will be going to Tiki Tea. I haven't gone through a list here yet of some of the favorites, but we can. If I go to Tiki Tea, it'll be a Ray's Mistake. So
Ray's Mistake.
There was one you told me that it's actually named after a movie.
yes, Tiki Teas. It's in LA. It's in Hollywood and Vine area, and it was opened in 1961 by Ray Buin, who was one of the original 4 boys that worked for Don the Beachcomber.
Oh, there you go.
So it goes right back there. It's like degree of separation, none. And his son and his grandson now run the place.
That's really cool.
That's awesome. It's good to see when you see a restaurant. You know it's actually going to be real good food and drinks when you see them being passed down from generation to generation.
Agreed.
Totally. Italian especially. If you go to an Italian restaurant and like the son is running it with his dad, bar none, one of the best Italian restaurants usually.
Yep, that's how we do it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But once again, they have an endless list of drinks. But one of the ones you can get, which is most fun to get, is called Blood and Sand, which was created by Ray for Tyrone Power from his 1940 movie. I mean, that's how far back this stuff
Yeah,
goes.
oh yeah.
The original
Tiki is 40s, yeah.
yeah. So the original drink was with bourbon, and but he's modernized it to use tequila, and it's fabulous.
Tiki, oh my God. I will not be having a lot of those. That's for sure. God, no.
Ditto.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask a question on top of these drinks we just talked about. So the zombie that you had at this place that started this whole process, was it the right ingredients?
Oh, no, God, no.
See, exactly. So that's one of the things that drove me too, was that I knew I'd be drinking it in my town. I'm like, I know it's not red. I know that there's something here that's wrong and it needs to be fixed. And so that's what made me do the research as well. But because I knew, I'm like, this is no way it's made correctly.
Yeah, it was just strong.
Yeah, exactly. Your attention, please. Please follow the following instructions of this vacation to help you enjoy your trip and stay safe. So we're continuing with this segment from the previous episode, and we're going to talk about some traveling tips from me and Norma. All right, so let's get some tips on at the airport. So once you're actually at the airport and you're in flight, some tips that you can use during that day as well. So let's talk about the carry-on and your personal items.
Right. So, and this is sort of a maybe before you go thing, but it's about your carry-on. So anything that you can't bear to or afford to lose, like medications, glasses, expensive equipment, that kind of thing, you need to keep with you. You need to keep in your carry-on and readily available, right? Also, pack an outfit, a bathing suit, your sandals, some lighter shoes than what you might be wearing on the plane. So this will help get you through until your hotel room is ready if you get there and it's not ready on time or you check in early, let's say.
And also too, but I mean, if you get stuck another day somewhere, and also I saw in Toronto, we were lucked out. We actually were supposed to check our luggage in, and we didn't. Mm-hmm. We bypassed it somehow, and we're lucky because there was people actually that were stuck at the airport. Their luggage was already checked in. So they could actually, all the thing they have is maybe just a carry-on. So in the carry-on, you want to have at least one outfit just in case you get in that situation.
Exactly. Or, heaven forbid, someone should lose your luggage. You have at least a couple of alternatives, right? I mean, not everybody travels with a carry-on. You see these fantastic, and some people don't travel with actual luggage. They travel only with a carry-on. Yeah. So, adjust according to your lifestyle, but that's not going to work for me. Yeah. I need stuff.
Yeah.
and I need it with me.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so we're talking about tips here. Like I said, we're talking about the carry-on and the luggage, because if you have any toiletries, yes, you can have up to, I think it's, 1 ounce?
It's
per
100
toiletry?
milliliters, and it's one medium sandwich type baggie.
Exactly.
Clear.
Yes.
Full of stuff. That's kind of you're only supposed to
your limit.
have that.
So anything beyond that has to be in your luggage anyway.
Yeah, so you
Exactly.
can put stuff in travel sizes and bring it with you. But to that point, I carry all the essentials, anything that's super critical. So any of the meds that I need or the critical toiletries that I can't live without, right? So I've got my eye drops because I'm a contact wearer, and some of you will know what I mean. Lip balm. It's very dry on the plane, so you need to bring
Yes,
these things.
that's
Hand
a good
lotions
point.
or body lotion. You've got to stay hydrated, so make sure you're drinking water as well. But keep yourself hydrated, and you're going to feel a lot better on the plane. It's not going to be quite so exhausting if you're drinking and you've got, moist lips and eyes.
That's right. This is one of the things actually through the years I've actually pushed on Norma's drink water, drink water,
Yes.
drink water. And it
Yeah.
does actually help on the plane.
It does.
We almost drink almost zero pop, because pop will actually make
Mm-hmm.
you dehydrated. We drink a lot of water.
Well, I used to get headaches a lot when I traveled. And part of that's getting up at 3 or 4 in the gosh
That doesn't
darn
help.
morning.
No.
But the other part of that is not being hydrated and not drinking enough, right? So if you do, that will help. You won't be quite so tired. You won't feel so yucky. So, and then, of course, pack hand wipes and make sure you keep yourself clean, obviously. But you've seen, I'm sure, all the information out there about how dirty planes are. So the seat belt, the seat back pockets, the tray tables, disgusting. So you don't bring some extra wipes with you and wipe those things down when you get in your seat so that you're less germy.
Exactly. And I think this is actually a point that most people actually take for granted. I really know a lot of travelers, and they don't bring the wipes on the plane with them, and they don't wipe the seat belts, and they don't wipe the tray tables. And then they'll come back from their vacation, and guess what? They've got a cold.
Well, a lot of people get sick, right? And
So,
we don't.
there you go.
Yeah. A lot of people get sick when they come back or they go on vacation. We, knock on wood, don't have that issue, right? So we're just keeping our hands clean.
That's Foxy.
That was the dog as I knocked on the table.
There we go.
Anyway.
Okay, so this last point too you also talked about is packing seasickness meds and bands. And this is something we picked up just from we did a cruise about 2 years ago, and we found these bands, and these are a most amazing, simple little thing to add to your packing that's going to help you out for sure.
Right. So last May when we came back from Bahamas, we got there was a windstorm. And so we had tried to land again in Toronto.
We're never going to Toronto again,
No.
I swear to God.
3 times we tried to land. So, I don't normally get sick on planes. I'm not seasick prone or travel sickness prone normally. But when you go up and down, up and down, up and down in a plane in wind,
Yeah.
you don't feel so good, right?
Exactly.
So I had seasickness bands with us. I had, Gravol with us. I had Imodium. I had all these things, but they were not in my carry-on. So they were not going to do me any good
Nope,
if
being
I
in your
couldn't
luggage.
get to them.
That's
So they
right.
are now always in my carry-on because you just don't know when you're going to need those, right?
Exactly. And we've had some rocky landings.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about in Toronto, we actually ended up doing emergency landing in
Windsor, I think.
Windsor, yeah. And it actually was not even an airport. It literally was just a backup runway for a porter. So here we are, like, stuck in this massive airplane. And like I said, they tried landing 3 times, and literally, the plane went up and up and down. And I mean, even I was feeling groggy and sick.
Yeah,
And
that wasn't
I've
fun.
flown like 100 times, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
So the last point I want to do on here on your carry-on is also packing some entertainment and some battery packs. Now, battery packs, you think everyone's like, okay, well, my phone is 100% charged, but you never know where you're going to get stuck or what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
So always carry 1 or 2 battery packs for your phone. And then entertainment. We've always making sure that on our flights that we have entertainment on my laptop. We have a Kindle. I have a Kindle. I have my tablet. She's got her phone. Now, airlines do actually supply entertainment. Not all of them do. We've seen some from where literally you have to buy a tablet to get the movie, or you can download onto your phone the movie. We've seen it where actually a full entertainment, the last one we're on, a full entertainment console on the seat in front of us. So that
Yep.
was kind of great.
Yep.
But you can't always rely on that. That's not always going to happen.
Yeah,
So
you don't
that's the
always
thing.
know when there's going to be a USB port there for you to charge your phone, right? So you may want to have that with you just for some assurances.
Thank you, and enjoy your flight. All right, so there's some travel tips for you guys. That's pretty cool. And speaking about travel tips, Mark, you've done a lot of traveling, if not more than me. So is there any travel tips that you have for our listeners?
Well, we found that we used to get really run down if we actually went drinking like 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Come on.
Yeah, it's true. It's all true. All hard cash fact. And
I just pictured a golf cart going from the bar to the hotel. That's all I see.
So you take a day out to see some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And just
Sightseeing.
Yeah, because you
Don't
have to
forget-
go. No, you have to be in California. Like, what'd you see? Well, I saw the inside of the bar. Yeah.
Exactly. Don't a very important trip tip. Go sightseeing.
yeah.
That's right. Eh?
Drink the water. Like most bartenders now will have lots of water with your drinks.
Exactly. Yes.
It's not there just for show because do it.
No, actually, and I want to point out, just sort of interject into that. So when I go to these resorts, guys, and what you should do, actually, when you do go to resorts, because all my friends don't do this, and I laugh every time they tell me they're passed out by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, is drink water, drink water, drink water. And for several reasons. 1, obviously, yes, you can make the whole day. 2, you're out in the sun. So you don't want to get heat stroke, which I've seen people do. 2, pass out. And 3, basically, it fills you up, actually. The water and the drinks fill you up, so you eat less. So I actually, one of those very few people that comes back from a trip, actually have gained maybe 1 pound. So
Good for you.
There you go.
Hi, thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, now to interject back to Mark.
There you go. What we would do, if you're doing the Tiki thing, a lot of these bars get really packed really early. So get there at opening, if you can. That way you can get a seat at the bar, which is what we love to do. We get to talk to the bartenders, get to talk to the locals. You learn tips about the city, where else you should go and drink, and you get to see the action. But you got to get there early.
Exactly, yeah, because you don't want to be that 2-top table in the corner that nobody sees.
Yeah, like a Tiki Tea, it opens at 4. We got there at 5 after 4. We got the last seat.
Ooh.
Wow. Jeez.
That's a line.
That's a line.
Phew.
People want to really get out of society and get into their oasis.
7 a.m. They were in line.
Well, it's not that big a place, to be honest.
Okay.
But nonetheless. And the other tip would be to bring a small flashlight with you.
Okay, so why? I think you explained it to me slightly before, but why?
Well, what happens is a lot of these tiki bars are insanely dark.
Right.
And you can use the flashlight to read usually the massive menu that comes with 40, 50 drinks.
And it's always in fine print, too, all the ingredients, right?
Well, they have to have little pictures and everything like that. But after you've chosen your drink and you want to take a marvelous picture of it, you can use a flashlight and then your camera so you don't set the flash off and everybody in the bar is cringing for the
It is upsetting. It is definitely upsetting.
Especially when you're a tiki bar, because you're in an oasis. You want to get away from everything and society and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, some guy's taking Polaroid pictures of his drink.
Yeah, because it's not. I've never been to a tiki bar myself, but I can imagine that the lighting is like of a nightclub, but without the strobes, right?
Exactly,
so I'm thinking to myself, okay, in a nightclub, everybody's selfie this, selfie that, psh, psh, flash. But in a place like that, I'm thinking, no,
it's not going to happen. No,
Big
no.
Okay, good. That's a great tip.
Yes, exactly. And the flashlight also, too, will help you get along the way. It's like if you have to go to the washroom or something or whatever, because it is dark and there are things kind of everywhere scattered about.
There could be a person passed out on the floor that you don't want to trip
Had
on.
way too many zombies, apparently, yes.
Zombie.
I know, it's a good drink. Oh, my God. All right, so I want to thank Mark for coming on the show, by the way. Good answers, by the way. And definitely we'll plug in. By the way, what we're going to do is we're going to take all the places that are Mark's favorites and we're going to put onto a page on the website. So if you want to check out some of these places he's been to, just for yourself or for research or whatever, we'll actually put those links on there for you. And like I said, I want to thank Mark for coming in because he definitely knows his tiki.
Oh, I brought you presents.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, sorry. That's right. I forgot. He brought me a present. This is cool because you know what? No guest. And that's including you, Cam. Yes, that's right. Has ever brought me in something. So tell me what you brought in today.
Well, first of all, the reason of doing this is so that I get invited back.
Well, then, yes, you will be invited back for sure, yes.
I know you're a big fan of both Mark Keill and Jeff Beachbum Berry.
Yes.
So we have a couple of fruit picks from Latitude 29, Beachbum Berry.
Nice.
We get 2 from False Idol, which is a Martin Kate bar in San Diego. 2 from the Heli Pele, fabulous bar in Portland, Oregon.
I have to go there now.
Oh, you have to go there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then 2 from the 60th anniversary of the Mai Kai.
God, man, I feel so honored. This is awesome. I mean, like, if you're in Tiki, that is like the ultimate gift right there. all the picks and stuff and the thrill picks and the glassware and things like that. Those are things that are Tiki. Those
And they're
are things
adorable too. It looks like a
colorful. They're so
collectible.
like, neon pink and neon orange and neon blue there. It's awesome.
It's actually a little tiny beach bum berry too.
I know.
I know, isn't it cute?
Thanks,
cute,
Mark.
Mark.
You're the best, man, ever. I love it. You're definitely coming back on the show now.
And he's
There
doing
you
a
go.
little heart with the hand
That's
as he
right.
speaks.
Here we go.
Oh,
That's right.
look at
Love
him.
There we go. Whoa, we're two guys. We don't do that. It's like,
Unless we're in a tiki bar.
unless we're in a tiki bar because nobody else will see it. That's right.
After the third drink, I'm pretty sure you would.
I love you, man. You're the best.
I love you. Hug, hug, hug.
So I want to have Mark tell us again where he works. You're CKCU, right?
Yeah, volunteer at CKCU along with 200 other marvelous volunteers. And on Thursday evening from 8:30 until 10, playing progressive rock, jazz, fusion, generally instrumental rock.
Awesome. So we're going to definitely add that to the website. And Paula, you work for...
I'm an intern at BOB FM in Brockville right now, Bell Media, but I'm still a radio student at Algonquin. I finish now in April.
But you have you have a show time, don't you have a show time?
Oh yeah, from midnight to 3. Well, it's not my show really.
Hey, if you're there at midnight,
I'm not a
it's your
big
show.
deal like Mark, okay? I don't have my show. I'm just like...
Yeah, but wait. Let's explain this. Mark is like my age, okay? And
what
you're
I'm saying is... I'm 37. I'm not that young.
I know, but still, again, it's like...
What I mean is...
We talked
he
about the
has
Johnny
his-
Carson show.
Yeah.
I know who Johnny Carson is. Come on, guys. Don't treat me like a millennial, exennial, or whatever
it's
these
true.
things.
She's not a millennial. Okay,
That's
well,
mean.
we apologize. That's
Yeah,
right.
we're sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for all that
Okay.
respect
So-
with the elderly.
The show that you do, I mean, by the way, when's that on?
Yeah, well, I do my on air from midnight to 3 on 103.7 Bob FM in Brockville
Is it every day or just a certain day of the week?
every day, but the weekends.
Ah, there you go. Cool.
Yes, from
Now
midnight to 3.
You're not actually there now, right? Are you?
No, I voice track during the day. So yeah, pretend
you-
I'm there though.
I know. Well, because we talked about this before. We're all night owls.
We are. That's why we're all good people.
That's right.
I know I worked shift work for years, then I got day shift. It was horrible.
No
Oh,
day
God.
shifts. No.
No. I do daytime bartending, some here and there, and my God. And the thing is, too, so I have to say the story. So when I daytime bartend, I can't go without Timmy's. So I have to go to Timmy's first. And there's nothing worse than I get to Timmy's, I'm barely awake, barely functioning, and the guy behind the cashier is like, "Hey, sir, and how's your day? What can I get for you?" And I feel like just punching him in the face.
Yeah, well, who's that
I am not
bubbly?
a morning person. Exactly.
Who's that bubbly at 7 a.m.? Come on, go to bed.
I'm almost suspicious. Like, what are you on, and how do I get it? Why are you not sharing with me whatever you have? Because clearly you are on something.
That's my fiance. He comes to wake me up like in such a great mood at 9 a.m. I'm like, what?
What are you doing, waking me up?
And then I tell him, can you please come cuddle me, just for waking up purposes? And then he's like, 2 minutes later, he's like, okay, honey, I'm done cuddling. I'm bored. It's like the middle of the day for me. It's like, it's middle of the day. I'm hyper right now.
Oh my God.
You're waking up. I'm bored.
That won't last long. No. I'm joking.
I'm going to throw stuff at you now.
It's like, I know. And Mark apparently has his own alarm clock. You told me. What is it?
Our lovely 20-year-old cat.
It's right.
20.
Yes.
Oh my
My
God.
It hasn't died yet?
No?
Well, obviously not if the cat is alive and well and scratching at 20.
I've seen people stuff
That's
their cat.
such a mean question. That's a mean question. Forgive me for him, okay? Like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
I have always had
It-
cats my
it's-
whole life.
It's deaf. It's diabetic. It's,
Okay, so it's a Walking Dead, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Is it the cat from Pet Cemetery?
No.
Okay.
But it's still happy. Its world has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller.
Of course, because
Wait.
he's deaf.
It's shrinking?
I can understand.
Well, it used to be like the whole house, and then it was just like 2 floors, and then it's just one floor.
okay. Oh, it's space.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
right.
you meant the cat is actually shrinking. I'm
No,
like, what is going on?
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I've had way too many jungle birds.
I can see that. We are noticing that.
All right, so let's tell everybody who we are now that we've had a historical moment here now. www.tikicentralcanada.ca or .com, because you know what? So many people told me this. They went to .com and said, Craig, your site's not there. So eventually I bought the domain name just for the heck of it. On there, you'll see our recipes and our episodes on there. You also will see all of our episodes. You can stream live if you want to. All the recipes for all the drinks we've done. So summertime's coming. Guess what? We're going to be making all these drinks for sure. I know you guys will be, right? No? Okay. Anyways, because there's some pretty exotic ones on there. They're pretty cool ones. Anyways, also too, there's a subscribe page on there, so you can always subscribe to our show. And we do so actually recommend that if you can, because we don't have any commercials. If you notice, there's no commercials in the show. I don't know you guys, but I hate watching YouTube, getting into whatever I'm watching, and then all of a sudden, now you'll be watching this ad for the next 30 seconds before going back to your video.
Boo.
Is that just the worst or what?
Boo.
And you know what? It's funny, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, actually they're getting worse, because now apparently you could do a YouTube Premium where you pay a monthly fee so you don't have commercials.
Yeah.
So now they're actually putting in more commercials to make sure that you go, well, that's it. I'm paying that $11.99 a month, so I don't have to watch any more
That's how much it
commercials.
costs?
$11.99 a month. I know. My son did. He goes, it's well worth it. I'm like, I know, but it's kind of expensive, man.
It's well worth it because it's coming from your bank account, not his.
No, he's paying. Oh, no. Okay. But that's the same price as Netflix. And look what I get for Netflix. Holy
Exactly.
crap.
Well, but nowadays these kids are all about YouTube. They don't even watch shows anymore, like TV, Netflix,
true.
that stuff. They only watch Netflix.
On YouTube, I know.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, my
YouTube.
Lord.
Yeah.
I had way too much Jungle Bird too.
See, she said too much Jungle Bird too. Anyway, folks, we're going to go off and make some more Jungle Bird. So I want to thank Mark and Paula for coming in. You guys can say bye, and we'll get on our merry way.
Yeah.
Bye.
Pleasure to be here.
Awesome.
Well, I don't know about you, but I got informed. Guys, hey, guys, where's my drink?
Will Al Roker still be alive then?
I know. It's true, eh? He's, I don't know how old he is. I'm not quite sure. He's up there, though.
Smucker's jar.
He's on the Smucker's. Maybe he's on a Smucker's jar. I don't know. Like, maybe they just prop him up, like...